Hello and welcome, it's Thursday today. Ever since I went to Cardiff Bay and saw that aqua park, I was thinking I would love it if my daughter could go on that. But I thought long and hard about it. I thought, am I actually going to be too scared to go on it? And the answer was yes. So I asked her if she would like to go on it with a friend, and the answer was of course yes. So that's what they're doing today. I was just going to leave them to it, but I'm really curious to see what it's like, and I don't know how big the lockers are going to be there, so I think they might need somebody to look after the bags. I could be wrong, but we'll find out about that later, won't we? Anyway, Isabel's gone already early because she wanted to meet up with her friend early and go to McDonald's and mooch around shops and things, so I'm going to meet them there. I am going to get a train and get off at Cogan, and I've plotted a little route. It's like a 30-minute walk from there to get to it, but I've got an hour to get there because just the way the train timetable falls. I've made myself a packed lunch. Anyway, I have to go. Duolingo time. Done a huge stint of study on Spanish and mostly Portuguese, and I'm going to have a sandwich break now.
If you become aware of anything suspicious, please find a member of the on-board staff immediately.
Oh, the water bus by there. Let me see. I want to go on that with Izzy sometime. We're coming towards Grangetown now. Here we are, just coming to Grangetown now. And what's significant about Grangetown is if you want to come to IKEA by train, this is the stop. You can either walk down a back lane where there's some motor fixing businesses operating, or you can walk along the road parallel to that, which is just a little further on. I don't think it's more than 10 minutes walk.
We are now at Grangetown.
I nearly ran the battery right down on my phone doing all that Duolingo. So there is IKEA there, easily identifiable by the blue colour. And there's that listed gas ring thing. Oh, it's hiding behind bushes. There it is. I'm going to save the rest of those for later, but that really hit the spot. I'm going to pack those away now. We're just coming to Cogan now. Pleasant journey, so just relaxed on my own, just studying my languages. I was very happy. Nice bit of a picnic there at the end, and now I'm fueled and ready for this half an hour walk that will probably take me the full hour because I bet I'll be stopping to film stuff. So the exit to Cogan Station takes you into the car park and then up onto the main road, and I visualised the map that I was looking at yesterday. I have to go up to the roundabout and back down another road, so I'm not. Yeah, I need to have a look at that again. I love it, coming over the brow of this hill and then seeing the marina laying out before me. I think this is Terranova Way. I'm going to check. If it is, I'm on the right road. If it isn't, I'm not. I'm kind of trying to avoid using my sat-nav because my battery's a bit low, but I did screenshot the overview of the image, but the scale's a bit zoomed out, shall we say. I love it here, especially in the sunshine. There's a big Tesco's there, and I'm actually going to go in it. I must be insane, but I am going to go and buy a couple of bottles of water for Izzy and her friend to take with me to the barrage in case they come off all the inflatables gasping for a drink regularly, because I suspect they might. They're due to be on there for a whole hour. They've got a slot between 2 and 3 p.m. I don't know if they'll be just too distracted with that to come off and guzzle water, but you just never know. I haven't seen any street names yet. Oh, actually, Joe, it's that way. I've walked there before with my boyfriend. I'm quite confident I can get there that way. Let's just pop into Tesco's, shall we?
They found over there somewhere, and they bring to us.
I've looked at those little mini bottles of water for £1 each in the chiller cabinet, and I'm thinking, I mean, it would be a massive pain to carry it for half an hour, but I could get a big 2-litre one for about 17p. Ah, now these are a bit more manageable. 50 pence for soda waters. That's just fizzy water, isn't it? I don't know if the other one likes fizzy water. Izzy does. They've got the flavoured waters for 50p, but you know what? I had some the other day thinking it would just be mild, watery with a hint of flavour. No, it's just like pop, really. I don't know, it looks a bit posher. I didn't like it very much and decided not to have it again. I thought I'd rather just have water. There we are, 59p for 2 litres. It is going to be the biggest pain in my butt to be carrying it all that distance, but there we are. Motherly love and care and all that. I've fitted it in. I've got my own bottle of water in there as as well. This is going to weigh a ton now. People were saying, why are you carrying such a big bag around? It's my editing stuff, so I can edit on the go, so I can meet my daily vlog deadlines by capitalising on all the little bits of time throughout the day where I could just do a bit. I love how open it feels here. I'm gonna get walking. I've just had a quick look at Google Maps and it is really straightforward from here, but I just wanted to have a quick look at these boats here. That one's right up out of the water there, isn't it? Over the other side of the water there, we've got the international swimming pool, we've got the ice rink, we've got the whitewater rafting place there. You can see a climbing wall, which is part of that. There's like an indoor surfing wave centre where you can go and do that, and it's easy to get to from Cogan, but you have to walk over a footbridge. You can't see it's behind these trees here, but every so often you get the signals going off and it lifts up. In fact, I think it's doing it now. Yes, it is. Can you see that poking up in the air there? It's because a ship's coming through. So you can get held up. So if you're like, you've got a time limit, I don't know how to factor that in, so I don't know if they're scheduled. I'm gonna head on now though. I like these little details in the wall here. Being creative with bricks in a very simple way, but effective in my opinion. It's gorgeous round here. I mean, I know it helps that the sun is out, but oh, there's a little magpie in the tree. I'm supposed to be worried about that, aren't I? Because there's only one of them. Hello. I'm not superstitious though. I just think it's a beautiful bird. So many apartments here in this part of the world. I just imagine it would be such a nice place to live. I can't imagine it's cheap though. Hi Puss, want to be in the vlog? There's a bird in that tree. He's waiting for you. Yes he is. Hello. Don't get a lot of cat action in these videos. Oh, I see you found the one bit of shade caused by me and now you're lying in it. I see. I'm afraid I'm leaving. Bye. I've crossed over the road into the shade for a little while. I am wearing sunblock today, by the way. I'm not sure if there'll be any shade on the barrage and I'll be sitting an hour. Just coming to a little harbour here full of boats. This is what IB likes to look at. My boyfriend. Oh, different colours, look. Oh, that's nice. I can see heat shimmers again. No more shade now. Come to the end of that. Oh, the pigeon's having a little sit down. Kind of slumped. That was what I was like the other day when I got a bit overheated. Oh, they're young. They're like pigeon chicks with a mother, I think. Look, they're small. Do you see how little they are compared to the big one there? They've kind of gone semi-alert since I've come creeping up. I've got them on a zoom, but I'm only like 2 meters away. These buildings have got great big flights of steps going up. I presume they're quite old, you know, because I don't think they would pass current standards, because I think with staircases now you've got to have a sort of little landing every so many steps so you wouldn't fall too far in one go, thus reducing the risk of serious injury. So I'm guessing these are kind of smartened up older buildings on that basis. Feel free to tell me otherwise in the comments if you happen to know. Oh, that's a big boat there. Oh, and that one is. Look, what a lot of money they must cost. How will the other half live, eh? Oh, that one's Shirley, I think. Is it Shirley? I can't quite see it from here. I'll probably be embarrassed in a minute. It probably says something. Survey. It's not Shirley. Surely not. Well, it kind of looked like Shirley when I was looking at it sideways on. All right. We got the Enterprise over there. I don't see Captain Kirk or Spock though. They're doing their laundry on that boat there. Got their washing hanging out. And there's a little dog tottering around the deck. The barrage is coming into sight. And I'm just going to cross over here, minding these bits of stick and stuff sticking up out the ground. And I want to show you something. A big panorama with some little things in there, little landmarks. So straight ahead you got the Millennium Stadium, and moving over you got the Pierhead building, the big wheel that we went on the other day, WMC, Wales Millennium Centre. And there's the barrage. I can just about make out the Aqua Park in the distance, and I'm going to head there on foot now. I'm just twisting around a bit. We've got the barrage there, which has got locks. You can get ships in and out of it. So we'll have a look at that now as we pass. I've just rounded this bend and there's an impressive sight up ahead. All the ship locks. It's a very cute little bird down there. I'm just looking over the wall at it, wondering what it is. Anyone know? Put it in the comments if you do. I've just walked a little further along. There's an old flight of steps there. Look, all crumbling and deteriorating. I love seeing things like that. It really kind of sparks off my imagination about things that might have happened here, what the people's lives might have been like at that time. I'm beginning to wonder if there's actually a public route. No, it is. I think so. I hope so. It's down there. Holds on to camera for dear life. Oh, there's a great big log bobbing around in the weed down there. Huge thick rope. It's an interesting thing there, isn't it? There appears to be a bridge at the end, fortunately, so I can actually get across. Oh, it's opening. So much for getting across, but at least we get some interesting footage of a bridge opening. A lock, presumably. Oh, it's probably going to take flipping ages now, isn't it? Oh no. I'm in danger of being late to meet up with Isabel and her friend. They'll be fine without me. They don't need me there. Their thing starts at 2. I've just had a time check. It's 1:16. I just don't know how long this is going to be open for. Izzy's on the phone. I'm trying to film a boat going through and be on the phone at the same time. Oh, there he goes. Izzy, do you want to say hello to the vlog on the phone?
Hello.
It's super Snoopy heading off.
What should we do?
Well, I won't be much longer because the gate's opening. Yay. You can wait for me if you like. I reckon I'll be there in 15 minutes.
Okay, see you then.
Okay, bye. There it goes. That was a bit of multitasking for me. I'm not good at multitasking. Oh, this is so cool. Look, it's sliding into place. I really like these kind of things. I think they're really fun. That's not finished, is it? It's kind of askew. Oh, there it goes. Yay! You don't see that every day, do you? Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. What I've got to hope now is that the other one doesn't decide to open as well, thus holding me up further. It says stop when lights show. It doesn't say stop when alarm goes off. Or is it that car making that noise? I think I can go. It doesn't say stop, right? Okay, I had a panic then. Anyway, this is me in a mild flap going over the barrage. Izzy and her friend will be fine without me anyway. They've got the QR codes for the tickets on their phone, so it will be fine. Well, I'm out in my comfort zone doing aqua parks. I've never done anything like this before. I don't know what the procedure is. I do know that they've got to go and have a safety talk and watch a video when they check in. They both had to sign, well, I've had to sign a waiver on Izzy's behalf because she's under 18, but her friend is over 18, so he's had to do his own online, but apparently he has. Now, I had a bit of a shock, I have to say, because I thought the wetsuit hire was free. I can't remember how I came across that idea. It might have just been a joke that the captain said on the boat or something, but anyway, it's not free. So I thought it was going to cost me £40 because it's £20 a head for 1 hour. It was a bit like Ryanair. See a price, you think that's the price, and then all of a sudden you get all these other add-ons. Well, so it was £5 each then for a wetsuit. And then it was saying about non-slip socks, and Isabel was with me at the time. She went, "Mummy, no, you've already spent £50. Don't add on the socks, we don't need them," because it said optional. But now I'm thinking, if they don't have the non-slip socks, chances are they're going to end up in Cardiff Bay itself more often than they'd like. So that's another £3 a head. Well, £3 for 2 feet, shall we say. But they get to keep them. I'm less panicked now that noise has stopped. This thing here is an acknowledgement to Captain Scott of some description. I found out by looking at Google Maps. And can you see what I see up ahead? That is the aqua park. It's a load of inflatables, like an obstacle course, quite an epic one by the look of it. And yeah, that's what Izzy and her friend are going to scramble over for an hour today. Well, some time has passed. You see that little group of people swimming there? You can't really make out who they are. That's my daughter and her friend. There they are. Just scrambling on now. That's Izzy and her friend and all the other people that have gone on for this time. They've nearly gone off it already. So anyway, look, I'm minding the stuff. There are lockers. You have to bring your own padlocks though, or you can buy them here if you want to lock the lockers. They're not coin lock ones. I can hear Izzy shrieking with laughter from here. So When they arrive, first of all you go and you show the QR code either on your phone or on a piece of printed out paper, and then they get given their tokens for wetsuits if they've hired wetsuits, so they have to go then to go and collect those, and they go into changing rooms and then sort of hang around until it's their time for their briefing, which is about 5 minutes before the time start. Then they go into the briefing area, which is just up there. There's a crowd of people in there now, where they get to put on their buoyancy aids and they get a bit of a safety talk as well. There are lifeguards on there sitting around. They're wearing blue. There are a lot of them, and there's like a sort of thing where you have to, special sign language that you have to do to call them, and you have to call lifeguard if you're in trouble, but then there's a sign to do to show that you're okay if you don't need one after all. The wetsuits are optional, you don't need to hire them. If you've got your own you can wear it. I just didn't know how they would cope with the shock of falling in without one on, so that's why I erred on the side of caution. They might well have been fine without them, to be honest, because it's a really hot sunny day, but I didn't know how the weather would be when I booked it last week. Hopefully they don't overheat. But we will see. We'll find out when they get out. To get onto it you have to swim. As you can see, people are all swimming back now. It's not as deep as it was because of the hot weather. It's evaporated quite a bit, so you have to be careful getting in. So I'm going to just sit here now and watch out for them. I might put my umbrella up for a bit of shade because there is no shade here for the spectators. It's a bit later now. A huge group has just arrived and they've come all at once, and I think they all know each other. They're like a big group of big burly blokes. They're odd, they don't need wetsuits. My umbrella's just blown off. Been sitting here under it for some shade. I thought I'd be able to see Izzy and her friend quite clearly from over here, but it's just too distant, and because everybody looks the same as each other because they've got the same coloured life jackets on, I just can't distinguish them. I'm just doing a little bit of zooming because this area's just gone a little bit quieter at the moment, so you can have a little look, see what sorts of things they have. They have a lot bigger ones, but these are some of the smaller ones just to get you started. There's a very big one at the end here. You're allowed to jump off, and that's very popular with the big birdie bloke gang. I think that one there's like a slithery inflatable pole thing. I've seen loads of people falling off, you know, like rotating off it. It's a bit like watching an old episode of It's a Knockout. There's one other thing there at the far end you're allowed to jump off, but they're very strict about jumping off things if there could be people in the water, so there's only those two. But there, yeah, you've got to make sure the coast is clear before you do. Yes, I am loading my footage up for the vlog on the barrage. I see them, they're there. They were just waving. I think they thought their time was up, but they've still got 10 minutes. Because what happens is a whistle blows and then somebody shouts out, "Oh, the blue bands come in," or whatever colour it is, because they all have coloured bands tagged onto their buoyancy aids. There's this really flappy, baggy one, and what people are doing is one person's positioning themselves towards the end, towards the front of it, and keeping out of the way, and the other person behind is jumping on the bit behind, and it's buoying them up in the air. He's going to do it now, look. Well, it's 1 minute to the hour, so the whistle's gonna go any second now, and they'll be coming back in, and I'll hear all about it. Oh, there's the whistle. Green wristbands. Oh, they've coordinated. All the lifeguards are shouting, "Green wristbands." So they'll be emerging out of the water now like drowned rats. The next lot are all processing down out of the enclosure where they've been having their safety briefing. So it's like a conveyor belt. They're all changed and walking back. I've separated from them now. They're walking slowly and they're going to hang out for a few more hours, I think, before coming back. I am going to walk all the way into town and then I'm going to get the train home from there. I've just had a thought. I could get myself an ice lolly to slurp on from Mr. or Mrs. Whippy as I'm passing. The ducks have come to see Mrs. Whippy again. For £1.50 I've got a Mr. Bubble turns your tongue blue bubblegum flavour ice lolly for myself. So we'll have to get a shot of the blue tongue, definitely. 1 moment later, here is said blue ice lolly. Peaceful, tranquil scene. I'm walking back along Butte Street. Hello, it's about 20 to 6. I haven't been in very long. I am tired. I had a bit of a slosh down in the bathtub, to be quite honest with you. I got a bit sweaty on my way back. I was editing on the train, hence I was not filming. A few little things about the Aqua Park. The kids absolutely loved it. I say kids, nearly 18 and over 18. The young people absolutely loved it. I asked them, was it worth having the wetsuits on in this hot weather? And Izzy's friend said definitely yes, because it was a shock when you fell into the cold water. So yeah, that was a good move. Pleased about that. Izzy's friend slightly hurt himself. I think he went into the water from a height, as you do on many of those things, and he like got a water burn from hitting the surface of the water, like smacking it, like a belly flop of the arm. So he had that and he showed me. It looked, oh, it was like that, 2 lines with red in the middle. Looked really sore, so I felt a bit bad about that. Isabel got punched in the face by her friend. He said, he came and told me, I'm really, really sorry, it was an accident. I think they were scrambling around on the obstacles or something, and her face got in the way of his hand as it was moving forward. But Isabel didn't seem to mind in the slightest. There are no showers. We knew there were no showers because when you book on it, they send you a load of blurb to read, which includes telling you there are no showers. There's a height limit. I can't remember what the height limit is. You have to be over a certain height. Obviously, Izzy and her friend were way off, but I can't remember what it was. I'll put it on screen. Also, you have to be able to swim 25 metres unaided. There are toilets there out the back through the changing rooms, but they are the single cubicle portaloos. You know, the TARDIS ones. Well, not an actual TARDIS ones. You know, the little plastic ones that can get very pungent on a hot day. Those ones. Have I got anything else to tell you, I wonder, about that experience? They didn't want to come out. They were so happy in there, even after the whistle had been blown. They just didn't even want to get out of the water once they'd swum to the side. They were very happy. There are fish in there, but they didn't see any, they said. I think that's about it, really, for the sum up of that. I'm very glad that I went for it, because it was such a pleasure to see them having such a thoroughly enjoyable time. Oh, you have to buddy up. That's another thing. You have to buddy up with the person that you're with. You look after each other. That's part of the rules. You can't abandon each other. You have to stay together and like keep an eye on each other. Right, I think that's that for that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Could you please give it a like if you happened to like it, because it helps the channel to grow. And if you're new and would like to follow more of my stories, you hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next vlog. Bye!